Welcome back to Enlightened Trading. My name is Conrad, and I'll give you an update on something I haven't done for quite a while, and these are our cannabis stock companies. So yeah, starting things off with TLRY, we are going to have a look at Cron, Can, TGOD, and CGZ in this video. So yeah, TLRY has been in a very nice descending channel for quite some time, actually for more than a year. So almost 1.5 years. So this is very important, or at least price has been respecting it very nicely. You can see it on multiple time frames. If this will get broken, this trend line, although it's horizontal, although it's not horizontal and diagonal, I think it will be of great importance if we if we break it with strong volume coming in with a close above it. So we are now at an 8 on the daily time frame. The daily hasn't been too significant. We had a short pump, but we faded away. I do think we could be in a trend change, maybe, but only if this will be a low, and if the next line sees follow through with then a green 1 and a green 2, maybe breaking this resistance and this trend line to then go back into the moving averages and maybe even cross those. But that will be dependent on the future. So yeah, just to see how long we've been in it. Yeah, oh, actually a year. I mean, no, more, because weekends. Oh, sure. I'm too used to crypto. Okay, yeah. So whatever. Yeah, this channel has been important. The TI indicator didn't help too much on the weekly and on the monthly. I mean, yes, this weekly 9 buy was nice, but this green 2 above green 1 would have lost you quite some money if you had a bad stop. So at least you would be in a profit with this green 1 above this 9. Yeah. But besides that, the TI wasn't too helpful. On the monthly, we came into a 9, but didn't make it. So yeah, TLRY still continuing to be quite oversold from its parabolic move to $300, and is of course now already below its starting point. So all in all, not a bullish trend, but this trend line is very defined. So that's interesting to me. So moving on to Cron, on the monthly we came into a 9, but didn't make it into a green 1 with a green 2 above it. We could make the case for this trend line. Of course, seems like it's been respected rather nicely with a 9 almost exactly at the top. 9s have been not too bad. I mean, yeah, not too bad. Let's say it like that. But the Kronos group, I mean, it reached very far below. On the monthly, it looks, it maybe could look a bit nicer, but you can see this higher low was almost reached and set up trend line 2, so that's not too bullish. We would have to see a strong move back into the moving averages. On daily, we see we are now at the 100-day, the 300, 3-day, 200, could be important, but we have to wait and see how price will act around it. You could establish positions, I mean scaling in for the long term, but I mean still very speculative, this environment of business. So yeah, that's that. Not too much talk around here. Still a downtrend, but maybe short term there could be trading opportunities. On Can, we are forming some shape of a descending triangle here on the weekly, and of course also on the daily time frame. I mean, the bottom is ascending, but it's not even close to the degree of the descending trend line here on the top. So that has a bearish connotation. If the support really does break, then that would be rather bearish. But I do think that going along right here would be a great trade with very nice tight stop loss around these lows. If this trend line also breaks, I think it will be very significant. It's also very defined, has been touched multiple times, more than countable almost. Also in the weekly, it has been of very high significance. You can see the 9 right here, all on top. But besides that, TI wasn't too helpful. Maybe with the aggressive and sequential 13s here on the bottom for short-term trades. The monthly didn't get into a 9. We're now at a 3, so also not too helpful. But in general, a very tight range coming up here for General Cannabis Corporation. So that's interesting, and we will most likely see a break of this in maybe even this month. I think it would be rather likely actually. So that's something to look out for. I do think it's more likely that we break to the downside, but of course we are overextended to the downside, quite oversold. I mean, the RSI has been moving sideways, and actually we are forming some shape of ascending triangle or bull flag here on the RSI on the daily. So you do have to look out for that if you would short this right here. Yeah, also most likely if this bounces, we would look back to this low as resistance. Also the moving averages will be important. You can see 100-day has acted as resistance in the past, and we are now at it basically. Okay, so moving on to T-God, one of the most bearish scenarios. Although we have been very oversold for a long time now, you can see it's consolidating here on the bottom with a shape of some sort of descending triangle. You can see a very nice horizontal line of support here in the bottom. So this is definitely the line of least resistance. Although but it's so overextended that I wouldn't take a trade short around these levels. So you do have to look out for that. Maybe we could draw a trend line. Not really. Okay, so let's not do that. But yeah, I mean, a TI indicator didn't help very much. This 9 buy would have been not too bad on a 3-day. The daily isn't helping much, and the weekly isn't as well. Monthly, actually, we had a 9 in January. If this gets to trade above it with the green 1 and then the green 2, this would be a very nice trade actually into this resistance maybe even the 200 of the 50 weekly RSI. So that would be interesting. We do have to look out for the monthly candlesticks on TGOD. Yeah, but besides that, also a bearish trend in general. So nothing too nice in my opinion. So CGZ also not one of the more bullish scenarios. We had this almost complex head and shoulders, but a very nice head and shoulders here with a shoulder here in the left, a head, and the right shoulder. And then we've seen nice follow through. We retraced maybe a bit too far to really say that bulls are in control, but we retested this prior resistance level, which could now have become support. We do have to wait to see if this moves back to its high, its intermediate high, swing high, to break it or to consolidate around it. So CGC still has to prove bullishness and that the bulls really are in control. Maybe we could draw a trend line. Not really, so stay away from that. Okay, so yeah, CGC, one of the more bullish stocks. TIA indicator not helping too much in the weekly. Monthly was a 9 in January. We are now at the green 1. So maybe TI could be helpful coming into next months. We do have to wait and see how this next candle forms, and if this 9 really plays a significant role, or if it's just a signal for double 9 moving even lower on CGC. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for cannabis stocks for today. I didn't make an update for quite a while. Also, we are now holding around this 100-day moving average, so not too bad. This 200-day still has to be crossed. Also coinciding then most likely with the setup trend line and the price high. So this will be a very strong resistance level, and price most likely will bounce off of it. If it breaks it and closes above it, then then bulls basically have proved to us that they are back in control. Okay, so that's it. I think I talked about what I wanted to say. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, follow me on any social media platforms. Thank you for watching. Of course, link are down below in the description. For example, TradingView, Twitter, Instagram, and so on. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, of course, and stay tuned for any other videos coming up. And yeah, hope you had a great start into this week, and see you guys and girls, you people, back next time. Bye.